So what we're going to do is we are going to be messaging people here while we're on this Zoom together. And I want y'all to, when you get a response, read that response to us. Okay? And we're going to help you with how to respond back. But what we're going to do first is, did everybody bring their list of 30 new names? Yes, everybody totally did, right? Everybody totally did all their homework, and everybody brought their list of 30 names because nobody would show up to this Zoom unprepared. Right? I see your face. So anyway, at least get out your 100th list, okay? Because the whole point of this is to work together and learn from this and learn from each other's responses. So what we're going to do is spend the first, I'm going to say 10 minutes, okay, sending messages. Don't respond to anything. If you're getting responses, don't even worry about it. First, just get all of your messages out, okay? And I'm going to give you guys, I'm just going to kind of mention a couple of things that you can say in these messages. You don't want to be word for word. You want to be yourself, right? But the idea will be the same. So we're going to spend the first 10 minutes sending messages. And like I said, I'm going to give you kind of a script, but it doesn't go by this exactly. I know a lot of you, I think all of you, actually pretty seasoned. None of you are new distributors. Not brand new anyway. But anyway, so, you know, it could be something as simple as, love, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We just got this new product. It's called Keto Coffee. And I have to tell you all about it. And then you can say something like, is there a good time for me to call you? Or can I tell you more about it? Or would you be interested in being a product tester for this new product? What's something that you might send out, Brandy?
With the Keto Coffee, what I have been doing is I have been scrolling through my feeds, and I have been messaging those who I know are avid coffee lovers. We all have the people that are celebrating the pumpkin spice lattes. We all have the people that are, I'm sorry, I dropped my pen. We all have the people that are constantly talking about coffee in the morning or posting a meme that says, you know, don't talk to me before my coffee and things like that. And I've made a list of like 5 to begin with in the mornings or when I start working, whatever time that is. And I've literally just reached out to them and talked to them just like I would in person and been like, hey, fellow coffee lover, I got something for you, and waited for them to get back with me. Most of them are probably just thinking I'm going to tell them that I have like a gift card to Starbucks or something, right? Because they just left it pretty blank. And then when they get back, you know, I just say, so there's a new coffee coming out and I can't wait to try it. You've got to try it with me. And like, that's not me asking them would they be interested in hearing about it. That's me telling them you have got to try this with me. And that's the way I talk to people. So I'm not scripted. I'm not salesy. I'm just like, you've got to try this with me. And, you know, somebody might come back and say, what is keto? What is that? I like my creamer. Well, you know, if you want to throw some creamer in there, I'm not going to stop you, but it's still going to give you that optimum fat burning. You know, you just want to have a flowy conversation, and not each one of them is going to be the same. But it's always so important to keep track of who you're contacting, because if you're contacting people this week or tonight about the Keto Coffee, when you do a power hour next week, you don't want to contact them about hair, skin, and nails. You have selected these people because you know they're coffee drinkers. So start with that. And I think it's really important when you're doing power hours, just like she told you, you should probably bring a new list of people. You want to make sure that your list is new, because you guys, if you're constantly contacting the same people, they just are just in tune to telling you no matter what you're going to say to them at this point, because that's what they originated with. Those are the people that you have to get back into a relationship and a trusting phase with, because for whatever reason, they don't trust you enough yet. So that's the people that you talk to in the in-between weeks about the cute post that they posted, or the meme that they posted, or their new hairdo, or whatever it is. You've got to build trust with those people. Those aren't the people that you want to contact on the next power hour. So if you bring a really good list of prospects, you're going to get better results. That's just kind of what I wanted to say about that.
I'm trying to get everybody muted. Okay, so this first 10 minutes, I'm going to set a timer. You guys just send out as many messages as you can, okay? And hold on, sorry, getting everybody. Just send out as many messages as you can for the next 10 minutes and don't respond to anything. And what we'll do as soon as that 10 minutes is over is we're going to through your responses that you're getting together and help you respond to those messages. And I want you guys to actually read it out loud. We'll respond to you and tell you how to respond. That way everybody hears it and everybody can learn those responses. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer and Got about 2 minutes left, guys. All right. So I was just sending out the messages. Who already got some responses? If anybody got a response, go ahead and unmute yourself and read them to us so we can help you guys respond. Anybody?
Sorry, I'm still reading.
You're good.
Okay. I did.
Yes, and you can-
I already got about 4 that said I'm not a coffee drinker. And I said, that's fine. Just if you know anybody who might be interested in this product, let them know. And then I did get somebody who said that she might change her order in October to try the product. So I told her that when I get mine, I would send her a sample. And I got somebody who wants me to remind them on Friday so that they can order it. And I think that that's it so far.
That's good. The person who wants you to remind them on Friday, I usually set up a reminder in Facebook Messenger. Do you do that?
I do it in here.
Okay, yeah. Because it'll like remind them and you, and I love that.
Oh, in Facebook Messenger. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like if you say, yeah, I'll follow up with you Friday at 9, it'll put a link under Friday at 9. You can click on Friday at 9, and it will actually set a reminder, and it will remind you and them 30 minutes for that time.
I did not know that. Thank you.
Oh my gracious, that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I love it.
I didn't know anything about any of that.
Right, stopping video so I can finish eating.
Stephanie, did you have something?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get out of here so I can go back to them. I've been chatting with an old coworker, and she's on surgical leave because she had a tummy tuck and lipo. And I said, "Oh wow, that's nice." And I said, "I'm moving to a keto diet. I'm so excited to be getting this new product to try out." And I sent her a picture of it, and she said, "Yeah, I've heard of it." I said, "Well, it comes out in October." And I've been thinking about a keto diet for a while now. It's a great time to try it. I'm stuck at my weight and I want to lose more weight. And she said, "Yeah, it's been successful for many." And that's pretty much how it ended.
Okay. So,
And then I had another friend that said, "I'd like to hear more about it." And I haven't been able to get back to her yet either. So,
okay. Well, Brandy, I'd actually like to hear what you would have to say since you're saying you're good at closing, because I am not. So
Okay.
I tend to word vomit. That's my thing.
Okay. Well, I take things, it's different for every person. So who is speaking? I couldn't figure it out. Is it Stephanie?
Yeah, Stephanie.
Okay, Stephanie,
yes.
can you tell me about this person? How do you know this person?
Hang on. Sorry. One girl that I was talking to that had surgery, we used to work together. And
Okay.
the other girl, we went to high school together.
Well, the one that you haven't gotten back with yet that said that she wanted to hear more.
That's the girl I went to high school with.
Oh, okay. So, is this the first time you've reached out to her, or do you guys talk online often?
We talk online pretty frequently. 'Cause she lives in San Antonio and I'm in Fort Worth, Dallas. So.
Okay. Well, I think probably the best thing for you to do is I like to share what I'm excited about the product that I'm talking about. Like if I was talking about Confianza, somebody could say to me, well, I want more information on that. And what I will say back is very generic. It's not reading from the FAQ. It is, girl, it is my favorite, or, I can't live without my Confianza, or, whatever it is, just a generic response showing your excitement about the product. And then before you send it, say, what is it that you would like to know? Or, however you talk to her, what can I tell you about it? And see what information she wants to hear. Because if all she wants to hear is how much it is, then you don't got to go into the whole rest of it. So you always want to give them a chance to ask you what they need to know.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That fits in well what Brandy's saying too, with you have to figure out what color personality you're talking to and how much information to give them about a product, because if they are a green, they're going to want way more information than you're going to be able to give them, and at that point you just send them the product info sheet. Or if they're somebody that is blue, they just want to know how much it is, okay, and how much they have to give up in order to get this product. And then you may be able to say, well, hey, if you host a party and you get blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? So
right.
Think about too the type of person you're talking to.
I have a fruit fly that is trying to get me, and you see me doing this. Sorry.
Shelby, you said you had two?
Yes. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh.
You're really quiet.
Hold on. Is that better?
A little bit. Go ahead.
Caffeine.
And then the other one said that they love coffee but don't want to burn fat.
Don't want to burn fat?
Right.
What kind of a person is that person? Is that person like a fitness? Like that I can imagine that person is toned and they're happy with where they are. Or is this person just like, I'm not trying to lose weight?
I mean, I really don't know her. It's just somebody that I've added on Facebook from mutual friends. But she's just like a naturally skinny person, for sure.
Okay. I think that my response, and I don't know if you want me to go, but I think that my response to somebody that would give me that is I would literally say to them, yeah, I don't have much to lose at all, but I am super excited about staying full and getting that energy that I need to get me through the day. And I mean, she might not ever say anything back, but, at least giving her the idea that it's not all about weight loss.
Yeah, that's a good one. And somebody who says they don't like coffee, this has been kind of a blanket statement across all of you. I think all of you have gotten responses that said, I don't like coffee. Tell them, oh, okay, cool. Do you know anybody who's a coffeeaholic that might would be interested? See if they can't refer you somebody.
Right. The one that said that they can't drink caffeine, she's already one of my customers. And I just told her, like, if you send me someone that does drink coffee, I'll send you something, of course.
Yeah, some samples or something like that.
Yeah, I'll always tell somebody that's a customer that's not interested in trying a new product. Well, girl, don't forget whatever their favorite product is. I'll hook you up with some samples if you send me some referrals. So don't forget that, I'm here to help your friends too. And I always go to them for parties too, whether it's on Facebook or in person. They're the best at doing parties because if they get people to the party, they're already a customer. So it's much easier for them to get people to come to a party.
Danielle, do you want to tell me yours? Okay.
Can you hear me? I wasn't sure if I could unmute myself.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I have to read their messages. The one girl just said, I will as soon as I get the extra money. I'm super excited to try it.
Okay. That's a really easy one then. To say something along the lines of, gosh, I'm so excited for you too. When would be a good time for me to follow up with you? Get a time frame from her.
Okay. She's been wanting to get some other products too, but it's been the money thing. So
she's
How well do you
probably
know her?
pretty well. We've been talking on Facebook for a while now. So
I think that she's definitely given you the opportunity to talk to her about joining the company. It seems like she's interested in the products, but she can't afford them. So maybe you should start asking her if she's interested in talking more about getting some side money and getting a discount on the products at the same time.
okay. Yeah, I've brought it up a little bit, but she's been kind of interested, but she's one of those ones that are on the fence. So
Right. Sometimes it's like let me figure out how I can feel this person out. And like she was saying, with the color personalities, and try and figure out why she hasn't made that jump yet. There's a social media Zoom that was recorded, and I know it's on YouTube, and it was Susan Wade and Jerry Kneller and Pam Souter, I think. Yes, it was Pam Souter social media Zoom, and you can find that on YouTube. And in that Zoom, Jeree talks about how she literally, like after the second time she's talked to someone and they seem like they're interested in it, but they haven't done it yet, she'll come right out. And she will literally just say, listen, I want to know what you need from me. What is keeping you on the fence? What is keeping you from earning this money or joining this team or letting me help you? I just want to know what it is. And a lot of times it can be something so simple and you can solve it just like that, but they're too afraid to ask you. Or maybe they've never even questioned it themselves. They're just so used to saying no.
Right.
Or it could just be a very simple fear. So you might want to just be direct and say, girl, this is the third time that you have really wanted these products and you can't get them because of, it's not in your budget. What can I do to get you on board, or something of that sort?
okay.
What was the other response, Danielle?
Hold on. I was trying to do this on my computer, but it wanted to do updates right as we were about to be getting on the Zoom, so it didn't work. She said, well, she's been sick, so I had asked her how she was feeling too. She said, I'm feeling okay, just trying to get over the cold. And then she asked, what's keto coffee? So she's just asking.
So response to what's keto coffee. I would just say it's our newest product. It's a coffee that helps you burn fat, stay full longer, gives you energy, and you know what I mean? Like just very basic though, like you're talking to yourself. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's our new coffee. And it helps you burn fat, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's like that bulletproof coffee, but you don't have to mix all the stuff in yourself. It's instant. Don't go into too much detail. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just give like a very simple response to that and an excited response so that she'll ask you more questions. But thing I learned yesterday, I reheard yesterday that really stuck with me this time was to end everything in a question. That it keeps
I have the hardest time doing that, but
Me
I
too.
like preach it from the pulpit, but you guys, I'm terrible at doing it myself. And then I kick myself in the butt. I'm like, daggone it, I forgot to put a question mark.
I think I just had somebody else pop up in the chat here. Is it Maud? Is that right? You want to unmute yourself and ask?
Oh, what a pretty name.
Yeah, so I have like, I think, yeah, 2 girls that want to buy from me. They keep saying me, oh, next week, oh, no, just not now. And like, I know a lot of you just bring the business when they can't afford it, but I just don't see how, like, they can't even buy one product, so.
Well, it's for me, like you have to kind of judge where you're at with that person because there's, like, let me see if I can do this. There is the prospect that is like, oh my God, I wish I could afford this stuff. I want all of it. And then there's the person that's like, no, I don't have money for that. So you have to, the person that's like, no, I don't have money for that, they don't want it. Okay, so that's not necessarily somebody that you would go after for the business because they're not even interested in the product. But somebody like Danielle was saying that has said so many times, oh my gosh, I really wish I could have this product. That's somebody that you might be able to work up. You know what I mean? Because she obviously does want the products, but she can't afford them. So I like Jade Hooper's story about becoming a distributor. Because Jade Hooper wanted it so badly that she sold a picture off the wall. Okay. She sold things on yard sale sites. Joel and Stephanie Dunn sold a couch. They were in like foreclosure and bankruptcy at the time that they joined. So if somebody wants something bad enough, they'll find a way to do it. But for somebody who's just like, I don't got the money for that, that's not necessarily a prospect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Sometimes.
One of them has been like messaging me, oh yeah, I'll buy soon. So maybe I could go around with the business.
Right. You can always ask what's holding you back, or, maybe are they local to you?
They were, not anymore.
Okay. I was going to say, they might be able to do like a in-person party and earn a wrap for free and, kind of go that route.
With people who say they can't afford it, if you mention the business, and then they tell you they can't afford that either, and sometimes people don't think of the obvious things like what she's saying that Joel and Steph sold a couch or Hoover stuff. People won't think about that. I personally sold a lot of my son's old toys just to kind of make up for the fact that I was doing it. But then the other thing is, you see these people that say they don't have money, but then they're getting their hair done or their nails done, or they're going to Target and they're buying this or they're buying that, and you know what I mean? And sometimes you just kind of have to, in a nice way, reality check people. If you can tell it's something that they really want, you're not prioritizing it, then you can say, well, I want you to be involved in this with me. So, maybe if we can make a plan on saving $10 a week until you have it, or $20 a week until you have it, whatever that may be. Or maybe we can try to pre-sell your wraps, or maybe you can host a yard sale, or just give them ideas on how, because maybe they're just not thinking the same way you are. And some people are saying they don't have the money to make you stop talking to them. And maybe they've never thought about the business. Maybe they're only thinking about the products and they didn't think about making extra money. So I always ask, sure, that's definitely the first thing I say when somebody tells me they can't afford it is, well, how about the business? Have you thought about that? Because you may be right. It may not be for them. They may not have the money for it, but could you help them figure out how to get it? Maybe. But just as a way to gauge to see if they even have interest in it.
Yeah, it's definitely a gauging game. This whole business is a gauging game. You have to remove yourself from it and kind of get their feedback and figure them out. It's kind of like we're like little psychics and little you have to, because, and those aren't the only 2 type of people that'll tell you they won't have money either. Some people are just so used to saying no to something they don't know anything about because it's uncomfortable to like they feel like they're being sold to. And with those people, you can just stop talking to them about the business in general and just start talking to them as a friend. And throughout the time, you're talking with them on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, just through Facebook, social media, as if you don't own a business. They're seeing your post. And as they begin to trust you, or they come into a different situation in their life, they lose a job, or they come into money, or whatever it is, they might be more prone to reaching out to you and saying, all right, what is this? You know, so you really have to gauge the people. But remember, if somebody is telling you, like if you've contacted somebody 3 times and they've said, I don't have the money, they're not even feigning interest. It's not somebody that you want to bring into this business anyway, because they have no interest in it. So if you're telling them, well, look, if you sell your couch, then you can make X amount of money, then they're coming into this business and all they're doing is trying to make money off of somebody. You don't want that either. So you really have to gauge, like, we have to be picky about who we want on our teams, right? I mean, come on. Why do you want to work so hard to bring somebody into the business to just turn around and have to drag them along? So you really have to gauge. You do. I'm not saying that somebody that doesn't come in just for the money can't do amazing things, because they can. But a lot of times it's harder. So you really have to judge it for yourself.
Stephanie, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that there was I guess Brandy was saying something about the coffee. Tell me more about it. Keeps you fuller longer. It gives you energy.
Yeah. So
What else does it do?
if you when you get off this Zoom, I'll give you a little bit, but when you get off this Zoom, if you want to go to the It Works Global page, Dr. Dawn did a live today with Pamela, and they went over a lot of the keto questions and a lot of the questions about the coffee. And there was one that Cammie did the first night it released on her page. And I think Dr. Dawn did one with Pam yesterday that was in our It Works Office app. Okay, so there's a lot of information in there that I'm never going to be able to go over here. But the gist is that keto coffee is full of good fats, okay? Now, even if you are not in the keto lifestyle, low carb, high fat lifestyle, even if you are not in that lifestyle, when we go to sleep at night and we stop eating, until we eat the next morning, our body is fasting, okay? So you know how you're always told breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? Well, it starts your body doing what your body is going to do that day. Is your body going to be tired because you're eating junk? Is your body going to be fueled? Is it going to be ready to take on the day? Or are you like me and I literally drink a cup of coffee and then I'm ready to crash and I don't know what I want for lunch and, that kind of thing. So the idea of a bulletproof coffee, which you guys, that is an industry term. We don't necessarily want to use that, but most people know it as a bulletproof coffee because it's like that's what it's been labeled as. The idea of it is to give your body really good fats first thing in the morning, because your body starts to fuel with those fats and burn because of those fats. So it breaks your fasting by giving your body all that good fat first thing in the morning, starts your body burning throughout the rest of the day. And if you're giving it no carbs or low carbs, then is even better. But because your body is burning, just like ThermoFit, right? Because your body is burning, you're giving yourself some energy that you don't normally have, and it's sustainable energy because there's an actual science to ketones. And like I said, if you want to listen to Dr. Dawn talking to Pamela, that's a great source. But ultimately, boil it, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm just going to say bulletproof all the time. Bullet points, yes, it increases your fat burning abilities. It makes you fuel. Okay, you have to imagine it's butter, it's coconut oil, it's collagen,
Yeah.
coffee, it's thick. Okay, so you have to just think about that coating your stomach. You know, if you think about it, kind of like a soup. Do you know what I mean? So it's filling you up first thing in the morning, and it's giving your body this fuel in the form of really good fats and really good quality fats, and it's giving you energy. And so, you know, if like I said, if you look at those videos from Dr. John, you can also look up bulletproof coffee. Like Google it. What does bulletproof coffee do? And it'll give you an idea, so that you can feel like you know more what it's about.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so long-winded. This is why I don't get into details. I'm just like, you need to try it with me. Just try it. Daggone it.
Stephanie, there's also a really good document on Women's in Training about it that I think Denise made, or maybe Denise got off of one of the leader pages, and she shared and Gold Diamond in that page. So she kind of posted it in the files yesterday. It's like a keto Q&A.
Where is it?
And Diamonds in Training.
Oh, the Diamonds in Training?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I know
Thank
I posted it in my page too. I think Chelsea has it in International Rap Squad too, but I'm not 100%.
Are you talking about the one that Athena posted?
She posted it?
Athena?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have it. I was just
But yeah, so I know for sure it's in Diamonds in Training though, 100%. So she posted it yesterday. Great. Look in the files for it.
Thank you.
Because I know Janice posted it yesterday. Does anybody else have any more responses that they want us to help with? Okay, Danielle, go ahead.
Okay. The last response was that she told me that, she said, like, I'm okay, I don't like coffee. But we were just interacting a couple days ago on a post I made of, like, what color is your coffee? And there was different coffee cups with the coffee cups. And she commented on it. And we were interacting together, like, at least 3 or 4 comments. So now I'm like, you commented on it, telling me you liked coffee.
Call her out and say, oh, my God, whatever happened to B is my coffee cup, or, you know, whatever you guys were talking about. You know, I mean, just be you. It could be something that she's just afraid of, or maybe she thought she struck an interest in you, and now you're like trying to sell her on something.
Right.
You know, you never know what could have happened in this little conversation that you're having with her, and be like, I mean, you just be real and just be like, girl, you told me a couple days ago that you love X amount of creamer. What are you talking about? You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
I just actually went back and looked at, I was going back to look at where we were interacting on the post to see what we were exactly said. And we at least, she was saying that she loved lots of sugar and lots of, like, cream in her coffee. And
or you could even be like, you know, a couple days ago you told me how much cream and sugar you liked in your coffee. So this is supposed to be one of the most filling and satisfying cups of coffee ever. And I just thought that you might want to know about it. You know?
And if she still says no, ask her for referrals. Okay. You know, do you know any friends that are total coffee lovers? You know what I mean? Something like that. Just try to, if they'll give you a referral too. That's what I do. If somebody doesn't want a product, move on. Be like, that's okay. You could still help me by blah, 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 you know? And then they feel like, okay, well, I guess I'll help because I already told you no once.
And I love it when I've taken the time to really get to know people and let them get a feel for me. And I think live videos a lot really helps you with that, because you guys, it makes people know what your personality is. They're feeling you out too. So when you go to them and they tell you, I don't want that, then you can say, yeah, you do, you know, and just be on and just be who you are. Instead of trying to talk them into it, just be like, yes, you do, because they've seen you live and they know that that's who you are. You're not being rude or presumptuous. You know what I mean? So even though you are, and that's okay. You know, I think that helps too. We have to realize that, like, we don't want to be telemarketers. you know, like whether we're talking to our mom or whether we're talking to the lady down the street that we only see when we wave, when we go by. You don't want to be a telemarketer like the phone call that everybody avoids. You don't want to be the message that everybody avoids, right? Or the doorbell people and like you hide and pretend that you're not home. You want to like create these little friendships, even if it's just a quick live video that makes them know who you are before you really go, hey, don't you want to try this coffee, you know?
All right, let's see. So we have like 10 minutes left, and I wanted to mention to you guys, since this is all about messaging, I watched Charity Holden's video, Six List, the other day, and he mentioned something about messaging that really stuck with me, and I want you guys all to take this, because think about how many people that you messaged while we were on this power hour tonight. And what she said was to follow the law of 20%. Have you seen this, Brandy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she was talking about the law of 20%, that everything that you do, you're going to get a 20% return on. Okay. So if you message 2 people per day, that's 60 people per month that you're messaging. If you take 20% of those and say 20% will respond to you, that's only 12 people. Out of those 12, only 20% will start or enroll, and that's only 3 people. And that's 3 people in the next 30 to 60 days, right? It's not very many. That's not enough. Like, that's not even going to do half of your steps to success. Okay? So then take that, you message 10 people a day. 10 people a day is 30 people a month. 20% of that is 60 people that are going to respond to you. We're sounding a little better now, right? And those 20% of the 60 people is 12 people that are ready to enroll in the next 30 to 60 days. So think about those numbers in that law of 20% and how many messages you're sending per day, okay? And just, we do these power hours, and I know it's easy to messages when we're telling you to, but you've got to do this all the time. You've got to constantly send out messages every day. And you can take 10 to 15 minutes a day to send out these messages, guys. It doesn't take very long, but you have to decide where you want to be, what your goals are, and how many messages it's going to take you based on that law to get to where you want to be. So, how many messages are you going to send out? How many people are you going to follow up with? How many party invites are you going to send when you're doing parties? Because if you think about only 20% and then 20% of 20%, it's not that much. It's not as much as you think.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be messages. It's just business in general, like focused effort in your business, whether that's meeting people where they are in person, having a party, but like action towards your business. So it doesn't have to necessarily be messages, because I don't work on social media as much as I do in person. So it's just in general, focused action on your business. But something that was said last night on last night's Zoom was somebody asked the question to Pam Sauter, how many hours should you put into your business a day? And her response is, how much do you want to get paid? If you want to get paid, $500,000 a year, do you think 1 hour a day is going to get you there? This year or next year or 5 years from now? Or, you're writing your own paycheck. That means you're writing your own hours. They have to equal each other. So you can't expect to make $500,000 a year, let alone $500,000 a month, if you are putting in 1 hour a day. Now, if all you have is an hour, then put that hour in and be real good at it. Be real intentional with it. But no, you have to be knowledgeable that 1 hour that you're putting in on Tuesday is not going to make you, an ambassador this year. I don't care who you sign, okay? Because you're not going to have enough time to give them to help them go ambassador. So you really have to be diligent with the time that you are giving and know what to expect in return.
And then to add on to that, they said, exactly what she said, how much money do you want to make, right? But on top of that, don't think either that you could sit down and stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning or spend 12 hours on your computer scrolling through Facebook or things like that, because those are not income producing activities. What they're saying is choose how much you want to make and divide out your time based on your hours and how much do you want to make per hour, right? What are you doing with this hour? If you spend 3 to 4 hours a day split up, it's okay. But what are you doing with that time? It's got to be very intentional, like she said. So think about that. Danielle, I saw you just have one more response, so we'll do your response and then we'll hop off, guys. So what's your response?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
She said, okay, how do I do it? So it's like, she didn't even ask me what it all entailed. She just already wants it.
What is it that she wants? What did you offer to, what were you talking to her about? The coffee?
Yeah, the coffee.
Okay.
She had liked a post today or yesterday about it, and I hadn't messaged her yet. But she hadn't commented on the post. She just liked it.
Okay. Well, my response would literally just be, something along the lines of, usually when I go into talking to somebody about the loyal customer program, what I typically tell them is, well, do you want to make a one-time order and spend way too much money, or do you want to try it out for 90 days with me and get my price? And let her choose one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way to describe it.
I'm bad with word vomit. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, I break it up into pieces. So like if I say that to her, then she's going to be like, well, I mean, she might be like, well, I don't want to try it. Like, I don't want to order for 90 days, but I don't want to pay too much or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you have to let her come back at you with what else she needs to hear before you give her that bit of information. So
Right.
the more simple you keep it. I would literally just say, well, do you want to pay way too much and just order it for one time? Or would you like to try it out for 90 days with me and get my price? Just see what
Okay.
it says.
And if she says she doesn't want it for 90 days, then you can just tell her, well, you're not locked in to this product. We have over 40 other health and wellness products that I can show you. You can try the coffee this month, and if you decide you want something else, I can show you how to change it later. But definitely keep it simple at first, like what she's saying, and then wait for her questions, answer questions that haven't been asked yet, and answer them as they come.
Okay.
Yeah, usually if somebody tells me that they don't want an auto shipment or they don't want to try something for 90 days, my response is going to be, I'm going to take how much that product is at retail, okay? And I'm going to say, okay, how much is it? I don't even know.
65.
How much? 65?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm literally going to say, okay, well, just so we're clear, because I don't want you getting upset at me when you don't get the best price. Let me tell you what you're saying no to. And I'm going to say, you could get one, set of coffee for $39 today. And then next month, we could let you order either more coffee, or if you needed to order something that was less expensive, you could go with, say, Confianza or something that's in the $20 range, Fat Fighters, okay, whatever. And basically show them they're spending the same amount of money, but they're not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
Because if you sign up as a loyal customer and you spend that much money, you could break it up into, 3 months and earn 10% back. And I mean, like I said, you don't want to word vomit on them, but you want to lead them into understanding more about it until they just finally say, no, I just want retail. And if I've had 3 or 4 retail customers in the almost 5 years I've been in this business. And this one lady said, the first lady that was a retail customer of mine, she's a loyal customer now. But when she was a retail customer, I could just not break her. And so finally, because I need to have the last word, and I told her, that's okay, because when somebody chooses retail, I actually get the difference. So I'm okay with you spending that much money. I just wanted to try and save you something. And so a lot of times somebody will be like, really? And I'm just like, yes, because you do not need to spend that much money. The company doesn't want you to spend that much money. Let me show you how this can be cheaper for you. And, just go and reiterate it again. So it's really, really good to have these conversations with loyal customers or prospective loyal customers as much as possible, because you get better and better and better and better at it. Like, I wasn't that great in the beginning, but it just, and I'm not that great now, but you know what I mean. Like, I just got better and better and better the more I talked about it, because I felt like I had heard it all and I had fixed it all for them. And I just kind of make them realize that there's people that pay way too much, then they come back and they're like, why did you let me do that? And I'm like, I don't know, but I enjoyed the money. I'm good with that. You didn't want it. So that was total word vomit to you. I hope you got something out of that.
No, I understood. I've never had anybody actually order retail. I've had some people ask about it, but then they ended up going with loyal customers. So
Yeah.
Me too. I think I've had, no, I don't think I've ever had one.
yeah, because I basically told them, I'm like, you're crazy if you do retail. Like, do loyal customer because you're saving more money. And
Well, you're
they're
not
like, okay.
saving the money, but then you're earning money on everything you buy, and you get all these perks and special sales, and it's just silly not to. But especially since you can change it, because you can order anything you want. It doesn't have to be at the same price point.
Yeah.
The coffee is cheap. Did you guys do the math? Did you break that down? $39 for 15 cups of coffee is $2.60 a cup. If you do the buy 3 get 1 free, that's 60 cups for $1.95 for $1.90 or something like that. It's awesome. I spend like $7, $8 on a drink at Starbucks. And it ain't healthy by any means.
That's funny. Yeah, if you're a Starbucks drinker, it's definitely saving you money.
And just so you guys know, before we get off here, a really great post that has caused a lot of attention today on our team is just a simple post with no corporate picture of the Cato coffee or anything like that. Just a simple status with like the color background behind it that says, coffee that gives me fuel and helps me burn fat. Are you kidding? With like an exclamation point and a question mark. And like another double diamond on my team has literally been hit up like 35 times a day. It's just been rolling all day long.
I'm going to try that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the simple stuff is the stuff that people respond to because they don't think they know what it is.
Yeah.
You're not giving them a picture of, oh, she's talking about the Cato coffee. You're just like, you want to drink your coffee and burn some fat? Holler, I'm excited. And people just don't see it as a sales ad, and then they fall right into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for hanging out with us for the last hour. Brandy, thanks.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that one more time?
The post?
Yeah.
It was just something that I can read it to you. Let me read it to you. It's just the regular, like, colored background, just a status update with no picture. And it just says, let me find it now. Coffee that gives me energy and helps me burn fat. And then it says exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And that's it.
Cool. Okay, thanks.
So I don't know if you totally can't see that, can you? But yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Have a really good night.
69 comments on it, and she said that she's been getting messages from people that didn't even comment.
That's crazy.
Sometimes it's the simple stuff. And also that social media Zoom that Pam Sauter did, you guys go YouTube that. It's great. It gives you scripts. It's awesome. If you're going to do power hours, it's really good. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Hey, y'all. Have a really good night. Remember, send lots of messages, okay? Thank you, Brandy, for helping us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me. It was nice meeting you guys. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.